Anyways, internet. Ugh, I always mess this up. Hey guys, it's Katie, and today I'm doing my How I Stay in Shape, How I Stay Fit video, where I talk to you guys about how I get my heart beaten, because it's been very highly requested of you guys for me to talk about everything regarding my weight, my height, my blood type. I'm basically going to be talking about how I stay in shape, how I stay fit, what I do with my life when I'm not sitting in front of this computer, that sort of thing. I filmed so many routine videos on how I stay in shape here on the internet, but I have never kept up with any of the routines that I have documented previous to this one, so hopefully this one will stick around a little longer. I'm not very good at keeping up with things and like doing things to a schedule. I'm very all over the place and crazy and messy, and that's just how my life is. I pray for my future husband. But basically, my body, I have never been stick thin, okay? I'm not saying I'm like overweight, I'm not saying I'm not happy with my body, I'm perfectly happy with it. I've actually grown to love it a lot more in the past few years than I have my entire life, that's for sure. Throughout middle school and elementary school, I was always, you know, comparing myself to my friends who were always very, very thin and very athletic because they all really enjoyed sports, but all throughout my younger days, I really, really disliked all the sports I was a part of. I've always had that kind of metabolism where I can't really eat everything I want without, you know, keeping up with an exercise, or I will gain weight. Recently, this has taken me a very long time to grasp this whole idea, but I have realized that being fit doesn't necessarily mean that you're under 100 pounds. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't be under 100 pounds and fit and all that, I'm not saying that. What I've personally noticed is I'm never going to be the same number weight as the rest of my friends, and I'm okay with that, because honestly, that stupid number on the scale does not reflect on how fit you are. People covet the thigh gap, and honestly, my thighs love each other, so they're just gonna, you know, stick together. I feel like a broken record, but honestly, numbers don't matter, so that's what I've recently learned, and honestly, I'm just striving to sweat, one, so I can feel like I am actually exercising. I really like it when I'm just like drenched in sweat after a workout. That's like the best kind of workout to kick off the day with. And then also I'm striving to just feel better. I hate walking up the stairs and feeling like I'm out of breath. Like, that's the worst feeling. I really just want to have endurance. I want to be able to hike and climb mountains and stuff and not feel like I'm being held back. So recently I have adopted a new lifestyle, or fitness regimen, if you will. I've actually gotten my gym membership back. I'm very blessed to have a lot of workout equipment in my own home because my parents are big workout junkies, so they have some bikes and like a spin bike and a treadmill and a lot of weights and things like that in our basement. So we canceled our gym membership because we felt like we had enough equipment here, and then you can also run outside. My neighborhood's really safe. It's just like, overall we had enough in our home, and why pay for a gym membership? I soon realized once school began, I was constantly making excuses why I can't exercise. I'd be like heading down to the basement about to, you know, go pull my shoes on and work out, and then I'm like, wait, I have this thing to do, which wasn't very important, but I would convince myself, my stupid little brain here would convince my body to walk back upstairs and go take a nap or something like that. So I visited my gym, and I ended up getting a pretty good deal on a single membership. So I have my gym membership, I have my little swipey pass thing. The funny thing about my whole workout schedule that you guys are probably going to have to pick your jaws up off the ground is the fact that I do it so early in the morning before school almost every day of the week. Which sounds crazy because as high school students we already wake up much earlier than our internal clock would like to wake us up. There's actually some studies that were done that show that high school students should get more sleep than elementary schoolers, yet our school is earlier. But anyway, my school starts promptly at 7:17 and I drive to school, so it takes me about 10 minutes to get there, so I have to leave my house at like 7. So in order to go to the gym before school, I have to wake up at 5 a.m. I actually set my alarm for 4:58, so I end up working out at 5 a.m. in the morning, which sounds crazy, but guys, I don't have any other time. I get home from school around 12:30 because I'm a senior and I have all my credits, so I only have a couple classes I have to go to every day, so I get home around 12:30, sometimes earlier. I have to film videos, which I don't want to say have to because I love it. I have Bible studies, I go to games, I'm always very involved after school, and I hate having to fit in a workout routine, especially because as humans, we're creatures of habit. It's fact. And if you do something like every day at a certain time, and you just do it like every day for a very long period of time, you will make it a habit. And habits, especially when they're healthy habits like exercising, are very good. So that's why I have begun to form a habit, or it's not instinct, habit, yes, where I wake up at 5 a.m. So back to the details of my workout routine. My alarm goes off at 4:58, and then I get out of bed around 5 because I, lay there contemplating why I'm getting out of bed at 5 a.m. And then I end up actually getting out of bed at like 5. Then my shoes are by my bed. I sleep in my workout outfit, which I don't know if that's weird, but I don't feel uncomfortable at all with a sports bra when I'm sleeping. Wear a sports bra, t-shirt. I usually wear long like Under Armour thermal leggings because I have temperature problems and I'm always very cold. So I roll out of bed at 5 a.m., stick my shoes on, put up my hair, put some moisturizer on my face, brush my teeth, don't put any makeup on. The people at the gym probably think I'm a potato or something, but honestly, I don't care. So usually I bring an apple with me in the car so I can munch on something, and this is like my breakfast, I guess. At this point, I'm in the car driving. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes to get to my gym. I don't know, give or take, but at like 5 a.m. there's like no cars on the road, so it takes me a relatively short amount of time. So I get to the gym, pull in, there's like 3 other cars in the parking lot every morning, run up the stairs because there's a huge flight of stairs up to the gym, so I just sprint up them, get my heart already racing because I'm freezing because it's really cold in the mornings. Fun fact, because I know you guys love fun facts, I keep a blanket in my car because I get so cold in the morning because my car takes forever to heat up and I don't have heated seats, so I usually just pull in a blanket on my lap while I'm driving because I'm a sissy. So then I get to the gym, swipe my card, the guy at the desk always says hello to me every morning, the same thing. He says hi, welcome, whatever, and then I'm like, because I'm like too tired to function socially. There's some hooks on the wall and I stick my, my workout bag up there and my jacket because I'm usually wearing like a coat or something because I'm seriously, I have temperature issues. I wear like 2 coats. And then this is where the fun part happens, where I decide what I want to do because there's so many options at the gym. So at this point, it's about probably 5:15. So I have about 40 minutes exactly to exercise before I have to run back to my car or drive home, shower, and all that crap. They have treadmills, they have bikes, they have ellipticals, and they have stair machines or whatever they're called. I don't know what they're called, but they're up higher and they act a lot like the typical step machine, but they like slide. I don't know what it's called. And then they have some really funky like machines that a lot of the older people use that confuse me too much, so I steer clear of those. So when I walk in, I usually head over to the elliptical first because that's one of the more easy exercises, I feel like, for me at least, because ellipticaling doesn't take much brain power to do, and at that point I am brain dead in the morning. Side note, the reason why I go so early in the morning, other than the fact that I don't have time, is I'm so not awake at that point that I can do all these exercises and push my body really hard without my body really knowing what's going on because my brain is still kind of like hazy, from being asleep. So that's definitely a benefit of working out. I find I'm not as drowsy for some strange, bizarre reason because I haven't been through school and work and all that, like, grogginess after the day. So in the morning, I'm pretty energetic once I get there. I stand next to the elliptical, stretch out my legs and stuff before I get started. I do about 10 minutes of that. Then I get off that, do some more stretching because stretching is totally key. I'm one that gets a lot of leg problems after doing a lot of exercises. I have had bad shin splints in the past. I've had Oshkin slaughters in the past with my knees. So after I'm done ellipticaling, is that a word? Ellipticaling? Yeah, I clean off the elliptical because at my gym we do this thing where you take like wet wipes, they have them by the door, and you just clean off everything after you work on them, or wait, what is it called? I usually go on either the stepper or run. I like to switch it up, the order, because then I feel like I'm doing something new every day when I'm not really, because if I do the same thing every day, like I know that's part of the routine thing I was talking about, but I get really bored with it, so I need to switch it up. So this morning I went from the elliptical to the stair machine, which really works my butt because my main goal right now, I did gain 10 pounds over the summer recently. I'm not sure if it's in fat or muscle, but I just have been noticing that my butt and my stomach have not been as trim as I'd like them to be. Not that I want to be skinnier, I just feel like I want them to be more toned, I want to be more muscular. I put it on a high incline, so it's like higher up, so then I have to go like further down and further up, so it really does work my butt and my thighs, and it's just overall a really good target exercise machine. I'm like drenched in sweat, my ugh, it's just a great feeling this early in the morning, like before I've even like done anything in my day. Most of my classmates and friends are still asleep. It's the best feeling being drenched in sweat that early because you know that you're doing something so great and positive for your body, and so many people like aren't even awake yet. That's just incredible to me. So get on the treadmill, do about 10-15 minutes of that, and then by that point I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. I head down to the weight room. I usually just do exercises that I've seen on YouTube videos, particularly exercises from Blogilates, Tone It Up, and my friend Bree, or Cambria. I'll put her link in the description box. She has excellent videos. Her diet videos are great too. But anyway, so I do some exercises I've seen on YouTube, which include a lot of ab workouts. So they have mats there you can use for free. So I just set out a mat and I do all my exercises. It's really funny because at that time in the morning, there's a lot of old people there, like really old people. So they're doing like their slow like stretching aerobics right next to me, you know, with their butts in the air, and I'm like doing my crunches and I'm just laughing. It's so funny. But all the while I'm all doing this, I have my iPod in, or my iPhone, I always call it my iPod, iPhone in with my favorite workout station, which is on iTunes Radio, which I absolutely adore, by the way. And I usually listen to the Katy Perry radio because that tends to generate a lot of pop songs, and pop really gets me going exercise-wise. I don't know. I need to have something really upbeat. I can't listen to something slow or else I will be slow. So at that point I need to be very upbeat and happy and whatever, so I listen to really poppy music. So I do lots and lots and lots of ab workouts, and by that time I'm just like laying on the mat like, oh my god. So I run back upstairs, run up all the stairs because there's a lot of stairs in the gym. So I run up the stairs. So it's about 5:50 at this point, and I leave at like 5:55-ish. It's always like 5:57 or something because I need to be home by like 6 in order to get ready. So it's about 5:50. I have like 5 to 7 minutes to do something like really rigorous. Hop on the treadmill and just sprint till I can't sprint no more. And then for like the last like minute 30 seconds, I just do some really like slow stretches just so I won't be really sore the next day or during the day, because that's the worst, being really sore. I hate being sore. I shower when I get home. I wash my face in the shower. So I think I covered everything on my workout routine. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, so that's all I really do workout routine wise. I recommend giving it a spin, seeing what happens. So that is my video. Hope you guys enjoyed and maybe got something out of this. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I think that's it. I hope you guys are all having a lovely week, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!